Namaste! Grand Rising Divine Feminine, welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. For your message or messages, come in, come on. I've got intel, recon is afoot. Giving it a hot minute for the big cats to assemble. Come in, darling dears. Come in. Divine Feminine, guess what? Oi! Genuine actions will always explain themselves. This is why you have so many eyes of Saturn on you, darling dear. Because you was genuine to a fault. The planetary energies are. Happy birthday, Taurus! Are you alright? Did you make it? Fist bump for those that are having their birthday in this Taurus season. We've got quite a bit to unpack today, darling dears. The sun has entered Taurus for the next 4 weeks. You'll be slowing down and learning to appreciate the small pleasures in life. You also have the sun in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius. Be prepared for a clash of egos. Divine Feminine, your ego is not your amigo. I told you, wisdom is the wisest person in the room is Silencio. I'm not pushing you around, I'm not. I told you, big cat. I'm a pointer, not a picker. Right? So there's going to be a clash of egos here. Oh my God, the battery's low. You see, the live has started to mess up already because of this Mercury retrograde, which is going to jettison into our life in full effect tomorrow. Let me quickly plug in the power so we don't get cut off. Make sure it's firmly in. Yes, Divine Feminine. Watch your ego. Someone's going to try and draw you out. Have you looking like a chicken head in them streets? Pecking at what morsels? Over what fucking ease, blood? Fucking ease. You're the wisest one. You play chess, not checkers. K, bestie? K. Pinkies up. It's a day, darling dear, to challenge authority figures. But be wise. We lead with knowledge and firm evidences, right? Because they can't go against something that's in an email that they wrote down with their own wicked, crooked hand. Remember, we lead with evidences, yeah? Yeah. As I was saying, we've got the Mercury retrograde jettisoning into our lives tomorrow in full effect. You've possibly been feeling it. I've been feeling it. It usually affects my speech. I'm gibbering and jabbering all over the place, right? Stuttering like Sylvester the cat. During this major spring cleaning, darling dears, right? With this Mercury retrograde this year, it's out with the old, right? And in with the new. This is like cleaning out. It's cleaning out your closet time. Was it? Yo! Mercury retrograde, loud my tongue, blood. What's the matter? Loud my tongue. And somebody don't want me to talk. I've got a hater amongst us, darling dears. They better shut up. Moderators, be prepared. The haters always turn up when I'm on the live. What's mad with them? As I was saying before I was spluttered and stuttered, right? This Mercury retrograde is about out with the old and in with the new. Whatever is not serving you, darling dears, from old clothes to old ways to what? People that should be as dusty as the pyramids, blood, missing. No one called the police. It does not need to be an open case. I mean missing in your life. And you didn't do it. Why? You was home. I was there with you. Yes, baby. Bestie's alibi, yeah? You could say you was watching me and I was just talking a lot. And you couldn't have done that thing because you was on YouTube. Anyhow, I prepared a little thing for you, darling dears, so that you can understand how Mercury is going to affect you according to your rising signs. Are you with me? Okay. For Taurus risings, Mercury retrograde is going to be in your first house of self, your appearance, new beginnings, darling dears. It's about the impression that you make. It's about your identity and your approach for life. For Aries rising, Mercury retrograde will be in your second house, the house of your income, darling dear, your values, what you prioritize in your life, habits. For Aries rising, oh, did I say Aries? Yeah, I did. Right? For Pisces rising, it'll be in your third house of communication, your writing, your speech, darling dears. Be prepared to check your documents, your emails. Make sure it's being sent to the right one. You can't be calling someone a bottom feeder and thinking you're sending it to your friend and it goes straight to that person. They're not going to take it very well. They won't. They'll hate you for air. Anyhow. For Aquarius rising, the retrograde will be in your fourth house of home and family, darling dear. This could be you looking at renovating your homes. It could be how you deal with your progeny. For some of you, it might be your roommates. You're realizing that your roommate with someone who is what, a shepherd of the devil, right? Yeah, all of this and that. Okay, for Capricorn risings, the retrograde will be in your fifth house of creativity and dating. Capricorn rising. This is a public safety announcement. Don't be dating nobody during Mercury retrograde. Listen, blood. Hey, Capricorn rising. If you're thinking of going into some kind of dating and romance with someone in Mercury retrograde, I'll see you on the other side because you'll be sorry. Very sorry. The fifth house of taking a risks and drama.com. Capricorn rising. Don't do it. Step away from that peen or that black hole of Calcutta. It's skullduggerous and you'll be sorry. Right? Sagittarius rising. The retrograde is going to be in your sixth house. So you're going to be looking at your physical health, your co-workers and pets. Right? For Scorpio rising, the retrograde is going to be in your seventh house of committed relationships and partner. You're going to be reevaluating them, blood. Hey, yeah. Best to write a list of do's and don'ts, good and bad, yeah? Wait up. Yeah, someone's going to be for the long chop. Anyhow, for Libra rising, it's going to be in your eighth house of finances, your investments, and or shared assets. For Virgo rising, it's going to be in your ninth house of higher education, international travel, and your philosophical beliefs. Allow my tongue Mercury retrograde. Next thing you know, I'm going to cut off the camera. Then you hear me fighting in the background. And you see me come back with my wig askew. All right, my curls will be all up and about. Right, yeah. So if you're traveling or making travel plans, make sure you check and recheck. Virgo rising, higher education, make sure it's a legitimate course and it's not being done by someone in Calcutta, right? Who's having a laugh, right? Well, you're not really going to get no real certifications, blood. Check. I've got nothing against people living in Calcutta. It's just a metaphor, right? For Leo risings, it's going to be in your 10th house of your career. You'll be reassessing your career goals, where your career is, right? The 10th house is also about your status as well. The 10th house is also the house of what? The father energy. All right. For Cancer rising, your Mercury retrograde is going to be in your 11th house of groups and networking. You got some skullduggerous ones that you're going to have to cull them. You have to cut them out, blood. And finally, for Gemini rising, it's going to be in the house, the 12th house of your mental health. Somebody's coming for your edges, blood. Stay coming for your edges, mate. You've been forewarned. They want to give you a reverse friar tuck. right? It's going to be in the house of mental health, addictions, and spirituality. Yeah. All right. Let's press on to Hot Trot. You may have noticed that I'm wearing the Moldavite again. The Moldavite is not something to be played with, blood. It's a very serious crystal, and it's not for the faint-hearted or for those that are not prepared to go within, darling dears. It works on your crown chakra, your third eye, and your heart chakra. Right? The Moldavite is the energy that connects you to the divine mind. Right? Moldavite moves you forward spiritually to a higher level. Why am I wearing it? I was guided to put it on again because, as I said, I wasn't going to speak on it again, but I'm talking about it again. Our prayer move on the 23rd of April 2023, right, at 3:33 a.m. and 3:33 p.m., right? We're going to be taking the knee for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. This amounts to what? 7 minutes and 6 seconds, right? 7 is what? The energy of the chariot. It's about success. It's about igniting the warrior within. It's about higher spiritual protection, as well as spiritual guidance, spiritual awareness, opening up our third eyes. The energy of the 6, we know it's the Lovers Gemini energy ruled by Mercury for a rational mind. Because we are light workers, star seed. We chose to be we chose to come back because the whole universe is watching this Malkuth to see what we're going to do, because we are fast approaching a great reset. Listen, I don't care if you believe it or not, but I'm here to save you, blood. And we're going to do it together. Hurrah! The energy of the what? The 7 and the 6 goes to a 13. Death card in tarot for transformation. True transformation. Many people have been saying to me, sending me emails, but Case, I don't know what to say. What I'm choosing to say is the last shall be first and the first shall be last. I'm going to show up for you, darling dears, and I'm preparing the way to hold a space for you. It's going to be a whatever that time hits wherever you are in the world, darling dear, because we're going to hit up the Most High in waves. It'd be fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely for 144 of us could do it, or 1,044, or 144,000. Share this message, darling dears. You have to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi for those that are asleep and those that are unwilling, darling dears, because we've only got one Malkuth to live on, and we have a life purpose to complete, divine feminine, and we must complete this life purpose. Right. As I was saying before I interrupted myself with the community news here at Don't Get Smoked Central, let's dive on, darling dears, at a hot trot, because I've got something else to tell you, right? Okay. I had to have an annual boiler inspection, okay? The engineer turned up at my house on Tuesday and rang my doorbell at 7:21. Was it 7? Yeah. 7:21 a.m. Reason why I know what time it is because it's on my security camera. Everything's logged, right? And because I'm a numerologist, I'm into the numerology, so it was a 10, right? So he came in, checked everything out, and then he looked at me and he said, can I leave another carbon monoxide detector in your house, because we've got one. We've always had one. But I said, but I've got one. Right, but he said no, he would like to leave a new one. Stick a pin in that, right? So got on with my day, did what I had to do. Progenies did what they had to do. My son was doing his Theophilus P. Wildy Beast act because his little girlfriend was here, and the two of them was giggling. I feel like I could have, get away from me with your happiness. You don't know life. Anyway, was minding my own business. Was laying on my bed, I was in my boudoir, right, cutting my 10. That's Jamaican terminology for crossing your feet at the ankle. All right. And I was watching, TikTok had me, and I was watching this guy called, what's his name? Penn Puck, Pennpuck. And he was just explaining to us about the cross, okay? I was captivated. I was very interested. And he said, when people make the sign of the cross, they're making an upside down cross. And I goes, you what? You know when an epiphany comes off in your mind, but that's a whole different road. We're not going down today. Go and watch some of the things that Penn Puck puts out there, because you may not take all on board, but if it resonates, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Just then, A loud beeping went in the house. So my son came out of his room and he's like, Mom, what's going on? It's the smoke alarm. And I said, but it can't be the smoke alarm because there's one on his floor, one on my floor, and one on my daughter's floor, right? It sounded different. So I went downstairs into the kitchen. Guess what was alarming? The carbon monoxide detector, the one that the man had left there that morning. All right, so I thought, oh, it's probably faulty. So I pressed the button because the one we had from before, it made no noise. It made no noise and it had the battery in it. So then I pressed the detector to turn it off and I thought, maybe it's faulty, it's gonna go. It started alarming again. So now the progeny were in uproar, right? Because I'd already explained to them about carbon monoxide poisoning. It's a silent killer. You can't smell it, you can't see, you can't nothing, right? And because it's on the floor where my daughter's boudoir is and she's got asthma, right? She's been bothered with her asthma really bad over the past few months. Because I told you we don't use the chemicals, we use a pink salt inhaler, right? A ceramic inhaler. But carry on anyway, right? All right. So they're panicking, right? And I just went upstairs. Then they came, when they knocked on my door, I was already in contact with the emergency services. They sent out a man. He got to my house by 10:30, right? And he cut off all of my gas supplies. All right, left it at that. The next day, right, this is the Wednesday now, I called up the gas people to come and connect everything up and do a thorough check. They said they can't send anybody until today. I told this woman I need to speak to the manager. I need to speak to someone who understands and feels me. I've got progeny here. I didn't sleep a wink the night before. Every time Karma rolled over, I was standing over her bed, right, with my hand under her nose. She got fed. She threw me out of her room, she did. The baby told me to get out. Listen, I didn't sleep a wink, right? I was nervous and I was paying attention. I was focused, right? So then, okay. So the engineer, right, came through yesterday, did the carbon monoxide testing and everything, tested out the boiler, and then he said that it's coming from the cooker. All right, the cooker that I cook on. Listen, hold on, wait a minute. So he disconnected the cooker, and then so I got back onto the supplier, the person because I got my cooker I bought it from Next online. Nothing against Next, right? And they told me it was outside the warranty. I said, all right, stick an pin in that, because this is another thing for you to know. If you buy an electrical good, right, on warranty, right, up to 6 years after the warranty has ended, they still have responsibility for that. I'm suing everybody. Hold on a minute, right? So then, what's happened today? The engineer that they sent to reconnect my cooker, right, even though I let them know that it's carbon monoxide and the cooker's got to be checked out before I actually have to take it out the house and buy another one, right? They sent an electrical engineer for a gas cooker. This dummy bad. It's like somebody or something is deliberately trying to take me and my progeny out, right? So then I was talking to the engineer, because he was arranging for a gas engineer to come today, which he will at some point, right? He said to me that this carbon monoxide tester, right, should have been installed in my house since October, because they changed the law in the UK. Remember I told you that, right? So now I've got to sue the person that I rent from. I've got to sue Next. Yes, baby. And I want to sue British Gas as well. Why? Because they sent an electric engineer to do with a gas. Listen, you're not going to have me for long today, guys, because I've got to get to my Black's dictionary, right? My lexicon of everything and all of these points. And the reason why I've told you this, because more often than not, I wouldn't talk about these things. I just let it go. You understand? But something is trying to prevent me from taking the knee on the 23rd. Imagine that. If that man had not given us another carbon monoxide box, darling dears, it could have killed all of us in our sleep on Tuesday night. So this is why I'm telling you this prayer move is extremely important, darling dears. We are volunteers and we hold space, right? But we have to show that we are dedicated and that we understood the assignment. So please take the knee with me on the 23rd of April at 3:33 a.m. and 3:33 p.m. Whenever that time hits, wherever you are in the world, we're going to hit the Most High up in waves. Because if I was meant to be silenced, darling dears, when I think about it, it makes my back shake, darling dears. It makes my back shake. And I'm suing everyone. But the point of the fact, energies did not want me to see the 23rd of April. All right. So if you think you're not important, look at all of these things that's been happening leading up to that time. Pay attention, big cat. Your energy is necessary. Your words and your vigilance is necessary. All what you went through, darling dears, was to take a big cat down. But yet you still are here. You've overcome in so many ways, shapes and forms. Right, let's carry on with the read. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoked, mate, and ain't taking me out. I've got to lift a socket to him, as must you, bestie. Pinky's up. Some dark energy doesn't want me to take that knee. This is why I went for my Moldavite, darling dear. I had to get it because I need my mind, my higher mind, to be connected to the infinite source, the Most High. I have to hold space, and the reason why I have to hold the space for everybody that takes the knee is because I called this prayer move. I did. So guess what? I got your back, bestie. I nearly said Becky. Have we got a Becky with the good hair amongst us today? If we have, hi Becky. Let's press on at a hot trot. I'm not going to be here for a long time, but it's going to be a good one, full of intel. And recon. Right, let's carry on. "111 in the chat, manifestation mode." The energy of the 111 speaks about your intuition being on the right path, darling dears, manifesting with ease. Yeah, because we have what the says. This is represented by the devil in tarot, darling dears. It's in the upright, so it's represented by an X or the letter X, the number 60, 61, 62, and 63. It speaks about what? Defense as well as protection, darling dears. It also points to some kind of, I don't know. I'm feeling the energy of self-discipline, darling dears. Self-discipline in the face of obsessive jealousy, in the face of what? Any kind of habit which is not good for you, darling dear. Use this energy of thirst as to release whatever is no longer serving you. I told you, it's what? Cleaning season. We are cleaning out our closets, darling dears. The energy of the devil, darling dear. The devil card in tarot, it speaks about you being a hard worker. So many of you have come from a situation where there may have been drug abuse, or you got into an addictive personality because of a circumstance that could have been based on what? Physical, mental, spiritual, financial abuse, darling dears. A situation that should have been a one-night stand in your life. It speaks about what? The slavery of a toxic relationship, darling dear. Somebody who is codependent on your energy still is still focused on you. Why? Because your genuine actions never needed to be explained, darling dears. Why do you think they tried to what? Stay on like the leech that they was. They tried to hang on to you, right? Working on your hairline and your everything. Tried to keep your what? Self-esteem, divine feminine, low. They had to work hard to bring you down, but you didn't break, darling dear. You didn't break. Remember I told you that? Let's press on, darling dears. I feel like we should draw a domino to go behind this. Oh, we have the energy of an 8, darling dears. The 8 is infinity. It also speaks about what? Money. Skrilla.com, darling dears. We have the 6. The 6 is again, we're speaking about the Gemini energy, Mercury energy, darling dears. About your communications, having a rational mind, but it's about your memory. Some of you are having reoccurring memories that are coming up to the surface. If you're getting these memories, darling dears, it's for you to purge. It's not for you to cry over them. It's not for you to linger on them too long, darling dear. It's for you to release them in the name of the Most High. Some memory from the past, darling dear, something particularly wicked is coming to the surface. You mustn't hide it. You have to face it in order to what? Best that devil, darling dear, that energy, that demon energy that's trying to take you down and take you off your focus and off your gangster. It also speaks about the Mercury energy speaks about a short journey. Some of you are going to be taking short journeys. The Gemini energy is the house of siblings and extended family. It's also the house of neighbors, darling dears. That's a message for someone. We also have the energy of the two. The two is what? The High Priestess. The High Priestess is ruled by moon energy. The moon is also the mother energy, darling dears. Maybe some of you are getting memories about your mother. Sometimes you have to realize that dysfunctional situations that you find yourself in is because you are reliving your mother's actions. I know, Big Cat. You're like, but no, what? Yes, baby. Whatever they done did, because not only if you didn't see her perpetrate those actions, you was gestated in her womb for 9 months. Okay. What else are we getting from this? Okay, let's go right in. The energy of the 2-6, darling dears, it speaks about good luck shining on you in a business matter. Today, darling dears, whatever business you are on, whether it be about the business of the Most High, it could be about your work business, it could be business around your home, looking through paperwork, darling dears. Luck is on your side. Remember, I told you that. Love it. I don't hate it. Let's get your ancestral message. We're going to use the gods and goddesses. 1, 2, 3 in the chat, darling dears. The Oracle, darling dear. Many of you are tarot readers, but it's also a call for you to what? Go within. You're about to receive some kind of intel from Spirit, from the Most High. It says, wait for important information, darling dear. You're about to get some important information, or I've just delivered information unto thee. If you are going to, you're going to be, some energy is going to try and stop you from taking the knee on the 23rd, darling dears. No matter what, you make sure you take that knee. It's very important. Your energy is needed. You have to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi for those that are not paying attention. The head is covered in the root chakra. The root chakra is about manifestation. The root chakra also represents Monday. That is very important. Very important. Monday is what? Moon day. On a Monday is when you sort out your finances, you set yourself up for the week. So Monday is very important for someone. It's also represented by Mars energy. Mars rules Aries as well as Scorpio. Okay. It speaks about what? A sense of belonging as well as feeling supported. All your physical needs are about to be supported, darling dears, as you're gifted the gift of manifestation. But you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, darling dears. This is not about being overindulgence or being too greedy in a situation. Know when to let go on a manifestation. And it's also what? The holding on to manifestations, because many people think, oh, if I think about it all of the time, it's gonna... No, babe. You have to think about it and hold the energy of actually having had received it already, but then you have to forget about it and get on with whatever you're getting on with, if you understand what I mean. We've also got people here that read the tea leaves. Is it tea leaves? Are you reading tea leaves? Read them, darling dear. Some information is there for you. Talk about tea leaves. Look at my cup, darling dear. Can you see it? Where is my eagle? To drop down. Can you see it? Right here. We've got a skull. We've got a horned devil there as well, darling dear. There's a negative energy around someone or someone's. Could even be me, darling. I'm about to smoke out this house, darling dear, with my white Californian sage. And When I'm clearing my house, right, I do it the Jamaican way. We cuss bomber ass clot in every corner and claim dominion. This is my house. Nothing is going to form against me here. Be prepared, darling dears. And it's also something, can you see the energy of the heart? Somebody that was close to your heart, darling dear, is sending this negative energy towards you. I'm also hearing, look, we've got lightning on a heart. Somebody's got a heart issue at this moment in time. It could be a heart attack, heart palpitations, whatever it is. It's energy that's being sent towards you. I tell you all of the time, Divine Feminine, claim dominion of your energy. When it comes at the top of the cup, darling dear, it means present energy is happening now. Didn't even notice that before, but I noticed it now. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoked. Yeah, the White Witch, be the light. What did I say? We're about to hold space for many a soul on this Malkuth, darling dears. Your words are necessary and wisdom is for the wise. What's that about? The butterfly of what? Transformation, darling dear. We're about to change energy in a what? Healthier manner, more healthier manner, right? Pentacles is represented by tangible things. It's also about mental health, physical health. Pentacles also represents what? Being supportive, right? It's creating stability, harmony, and being nurturing unto others that don't even know that we will be praying for them. Base of the deck, darling dear. Your ancestral team is covering you, darling. This person looks aboriginal. Move beyond ancestral patterns. I told you, many of you are going to be having a lot of dark energy, dark memories coming to the surface. You have to what? Face those. Because as a big cat, Divine Feminine, we feel everything can rise. You're going to have to face these negative memories. You're going to have to look at them and realize they hold no power. They are just a memory, because all we have at this moment in time is now. Not the past, not the future, the now. None of those things are happening now. And you have to look at it in the perspective. Many of these things were done to you, but they was not only done to you, they was done for you. Ancestral protection, Earth Mother. It also reminds me of what? Empress energy, Divine Feminine energy, darling dears. Nurturing unto others, understanding your worth. Your worth in this situation. You hold a lot of power, a lot of spiritual weight. Remember I told you that? Somebody's remembering your genuine energy, darling dears. And that same person or people are sending the negative energies towards you. Trying to what? Stop you. Stop a big cat walking. I laugh. Stop it. Because it's going to be returned to sender. That negative energy has to go somewhere, darling dears. It has to. The energy of the Empress is Earth as well as Venus energy. It also, as I said, speaks about knowing your worth, but it's about your growth, darling dears. You've grown in so many ways, created many stabilities for yourself, and it's also about being gifted with stable relationships. When you see the elder of the ancestors come through, more friendships, more relationships, but people on your spiritual vibrating level are about to present themselves. But then again, I always tell you, I don't care who's coming. We do the Boosie Badass. Everyone gets investigated. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Base of the deck. Guard your heart, darling dears, for from your heart springs the well of life. Love and let yourself be loved. I told you, you have your true soul tribe coming through, darling dears. That's her archway at her back. Archway means new beginnings, new opportunities being presented unto thee. Right, we're going to get 2 decks. We're going to use the Art Nouveau for you, and we're going to use the Black on Gold Tarot for them. They, them, and that's sending the negative energy. They've got these cards are so slippery, blood. Good God. They are. But they are, though. Oh, my God. Somebody's having a very difficult time, darling dear, picking up where you left off. Everything's a metaphor in these readings. And I haven't got nails on. And this is what's happening to me, black. Having a very difficult time without you, Divine Feminine. Remembering how genuine you were in a situation. Remembering you did everything you could, except give up your whole life for a situation. See how hard the cards were to get together? You don't speak to this person anymore. Your energy is not shared at their table anymore. Difficult cards for a difficult set of people. A waste man. Was it a waste boy or a waste gal? Yeah. Base of your deck. Because you changed, darling dears. You're not the same cat you used to be, Divine Feminine. These cards are very difficult. Energy of they, them, and Current energy of they, them, and Oh, you heard that. Confirmation by the bell, darling dears, as we see what? A bottom feeder who's struggling and juggling. This speaks about a mental health break, darling dear. This speaks about the fool amongst the foolios, darling dears. The blind amongst the blind. This is spiritual debt. This is physical debt. This is stealing from Peter to pay Paul. There are hockey sticks at dawn. Their world is upside down. Unable to be responsible. Look at this. No control over their finances or their mental health. So they're popping off on anyone that's in their hemisphere. This also, as I said, a mental break. They're really losing it, darling dears. This goes to Six of Pentacles. Somebody who gave you the bare minimum. But because you didn't know who you were and the energy you command at that time, they knew who you was. They understood your genuine actions. That's why they attached themselves like a leech, darling dear. Someone who tried to hold on to you in a situation, but they can't hold on to you anymore. They've lost you, and they understand this. They understand that you ain't never coming back. Not for all the tea in China. Where is Divine Feminine at this moment in time, as these negative energies are being sent his or her way? You know it's from someone from the past, darling dear. You may even have progeny with this person. It also speaks about what you're focused on, your opportunities, a new beginning for you. Six of Cups always means with a cup that's filled with multiple opportunities that are being presented to you. What's coming out now? Yeah. And you have no love for a past situation. Why? The past situation limited your options. There was no true emotion in the situation. Some of you were manipulated by the progeny you had for this person, or in a family situation, darling dears. It also speaks about what? Past people not having any true love for the progeny that you brought onto this Malkuth. They didn't like your progeny. They didn't like you. They just didn't like you. Right? You had to kick over that cup of opium and crush it under your flip-flop of common sense, darling dear. You understood you had to minus the big cat because that was a situation where your genuine love was not appreciated or accepted. This is law number 16 of the 48 laws of power. You had to turn your shapely back. And this also looks like a 16 because this is a 1 and this is a 6. You left the situation, Divine Feminine. That wasn't serving you at this moment in time. These cards, good God, they're so difficult. Jesus. Oh, listen, Linda, listen. Can't even pick them up. Listen, somebody's having a really difficult time. How do they feel about Divine Feminine who's minding her own business? Right? Go on to get great. How do they really feel about the Divine Feminine? They're watching you like a hawk, darling dear. They're lying, they're spying, they're gossiping, darling dear. Yes, they are, and they're a page. Pah! A page, right? They see you as being extremely elusive, air energy. You, like I said, you don't eat from their table anymore, and they can't. They really can't eat from your table anymore. They know that you're gone, right? Listen, they're going through what? I told you, this person is not a praying person. This is Five of Swords. They would like to make amends to you in a situation. They'd like to come back and speak to you. But anything they tell you will be lies, subterfuge, and bull swanky. Straight from that big cup of cognitive dissonance and hopium, darling dear. Could be as many as 5 people involved in this situation. But you are being watched closely. The energy of the 5 speaks about what? Not only did you free yourself, darling dear, you created constructive freedom. This is why they're paying attention. The 5 in numerology is ruled by what? Mercury as well as Neptune energy. Somebody's listen, they're drinking, they're drugging it up, darling dear. The energy of the Mercury is also what? The energy of the Neptune is the house of hidden enemies, darling dears. They're enemies. They are your sworn enemy because you won't amend the situation. Maybe you gave them one too many chances. Maybe you came back with your genuine actions one too many times. They hate your eyelashes, blood. They hate them here to your guts because you won't accept them back into your existence. This is what their issue is with you. Right? Let me move these unfriendly cards away. Right? The card's very unfriendly. So how does Divine Feminine feel about them? You don't give a fuck. You know they're manipulating. You're like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fiddly good golly and gosh. Manipulators, right? They're betrayers, darling dears. Somebody that used every trick in the book to keep you stuck in a situation that was not for you. You know that they're manipulative. You don't give a you don't give, not even in the hallway. You don't give a fuck. And you said they got karma on them. Bad lucky, right? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You couldn't give a good golly and gosh, and you fully understood the assignment that if you allow them in for a second chance, mate, you'll be sharing in their karma. And you don't fancy that. It doesn't go with what you've got going on, Divine Feminine. You don't give a fuck. You know that kind of foot that you got to throw your neck at? You got to arch your neck, right? You got to throw it out there. You don't care. You don't care. Manipulator, High Commander, Decepticon, darling dears. Second chance with who? To do what with? The energy of Pluto is judgment energy, as we already know. You know that these people haven't changed, darling dears, right? They're having the rinse and repeat. You know they're stuck in a negative cycle. They're reenacting the life they had with you with other people, but it's worse for them. You know that a narc, a sociopath, or a psychopath doesn't get better, right? They just find another victim. You don't give a fiddly fuck. Not even a furry one. I said furry. Why did I say four? Freudian slip. Let's look at the numerology of a 4, darling dears. 4 is about what? Stable foundation. The 4 is ruled by the sun as well as Uranus. You have a sudden change coming around you, darling dear, yourself or your personality. Or maybe they're thinking you suddenly changed. But you are being the you who you was meant to be because you released it. I said received. Freudian slip again meant to come out. You received the assignment, darling dear, and you fully understood. You released yourself from a situation, and the change in you is you who you was meant to be before you met this person, before you was when you came into this family dynamic, whatever the circumstances for you, Divine Feminine. You fully understood the assignment. The energy of the 4 is also represented by what? Stability as well as security. You are in manifestation mode. The 4 rules Leo and as well as Aquarius. Face of the deck. You're too busy, mate. You're focused on yourself, lad. You're focused on your own garden, right? Yes, baby. Waiting for the right partner to come. This is a return to your mental health. This is about sowing the right seeds, darling dears. You have to remember, a seed grows in silence, while a tree makes the mostest noise, darling dear, as it falls in the forest of wickedness, darling dear. You know that they're going for it. You know. You're minding your own business, focused on your own dreams, your own goals, and you know your worth, darling dears. You planned all the way to the end. Law number 29 of the 48 laws of power. I don't give a fuck. Who just said that? Right? What? A dick-dealing mattress back, a heinous gossip, fickle energy that was always in and out of your life. When you was giving them genuine energy, they was at, listen, they were playing in your life. Your life was playtime. Let's go, Chucky. Yeah, that's what they did. You don't give a fuck. Listen, this manipulator who's under judgment and looking for someone to share in that bull swanky, not having it, mate. How do they feel about this, the circumstance that they find themselves in now, knowing that you don't give a fuck? How do they feel about that? They, them, and Listen. They know that they've got nothing to give you, darling dears. This person is not spiritually protected. They're not happy. This is about not being able to plan. They're not manifesting, darling dear. They're not feeling inspired. They're feeling extremely lackluster, right? What's on the base of their deck? They're all because you don't want their cup. They know you don't want that cup. Who wants that cup? Right? I feel like I almost headbutted the screen. Listen, they make you feel violent, but that's not your usual state of being at one with the Most High Divine Feminine. You want that cup. They know you don't want that cup, right? and they're not happy about it. Some of them would like to sleep with you again just one more time to give you an STD, a sexually transmitted demon, or an STD, an itchy and scratchy in your pantaloon. You don't want that cup. They know you know, right? And you know they know. Everybody knows what's going on, but they're not telling the truth, darling dear. They're not the ones. Because in the reverse also speaks about physical abuse, darling dears. Somebody, and the ones in reverse, the abuse could have been emotional, darling dears. The lies they told. Good God. The lies they told. They know that you don't want nothing to do with them, right? And they ain't got no money. Listen, they're wicked and them broke. Listen, they need to pick a lane, blood. And they're not mentally stable. OMG. What's going? They need to pick a lane, blood. Pick a lane. Tell you right now. How is Divine Feminine right now? Clear thinking. You know what's going on, right? You know what's going on. You've given them, you understood the assignment when you gave them the full-on Easter Island and Stevie Wonder. You've got your hairline being replenished. You can sleep at night. Many of them gave you sleep deprivation, blood. You couldn't sleep. You was nervous, especially when you was leaving the situation. You thought you thunk. You needed them, Divine Feminine. Until you realize when you took off your power grid, your genuine energy, and took it on the road into the what? The field of infinite possibilities, right? You don't want to go back to where you was unsuccessful, where many things was done to you. Lies was told, you was picked on, abused. Who wants to go back to that? Who's looking forward to that? Put your hand up. Everybody's like this, dragging their own hand. You don't even want to touch your hair in case your hand is up. Listen, you don't want to go back to that. Go back to what? Right? Wickedness, betrayal, heartbreak, nervousness, losing your hairline, right? Walking on the eggshells, being cheated on, lied on, stolen from. They stabbed you so many times. But that's not the energy that you are sending towards them, Divine Feminine. You don't even, I told you don't give a fuck. Your back is turned. Page of Wands, you're focusing on your high ideals. You're going into different fields. Some of you are into your spirituality, darling dears. You're listening to your intuition. You're feeling motivated to go towards new things, darling dears. You're no longer trapped. You understood how free you really are. You did. You don't want to go back. Your back is turned, blood. Law 16. You understood law number 10. Avoid the unlucky and the unhappy. I'm going back there. You know what's going on, right? You know they're going through it. And you know they don't wish you well. So what are they going to do, right? They're broke, right? They know that you're not coming back for no reason, darling. They know you don't want their cup. So what are they going to do about that, right? What are they really are going to do? Because you get the usher around here, Divine Femme. I told you I'm a chatty cat. Especially when you're on investigations that need to be investigated. What are they going to do? What they going to do? Look at 6 of Cups. Look at pictures, still tell lies, blame you for everything. If you've got progeny, they're not going to pay any attention emotionally to your progeny, darling dear. We've also got the what? The Tower moment. They're going to continue to go through Tower moment after Tower moment, darling dear. They're not realizing that their own energy is creating all of this wickedness in their life. Tower moment on its face. It speaks about despair, darling dears. You might even get that call. If you don't come back, I'm going to take myself out. Baby! They might not call you, Divine Feminine. I don't think they got the memo. You don't give a fuck, right? But I must say, if you get a call from them saying that they're going to take themselves out, right, take themselves off to glory or back to the crevice of the devil's balls, it's your responsibility as a human, right? Yes, a spiritual being having a human experience to call 911, 999 or 119 or whatever the emergency services is in your country. It's got nothing to do. Don't you go around there. What's going to happen if you go around that house? World card, you'll be sucked in, mate. And you won't be able to leave. Don't go round there. Let your fingers do the talking. Want to tell you, they want to threaten you with offing themselves. Listen. Yeah. Tower moment after tower moment, divine feminine. Good golly and gosh. This person is refusing to change, right? And they're trying to avoid the disaster of their life by seeing if they can draw your energy back to the tableau of wickedness. Who's up for it? Not I, said the cat. Fist bump. You're so funny. What else? They're going through major karma. Major karma. Yeah. For what they did to you. With your genuine actions, darling dears. That did not need explaining. Some of you had to leave a job. Some of you had to leave a marriage. Some of you had to leave everything behind in order to rebuild. And you did it by the what? The hair of your proverbial balls, divine feminine. When you think you're at your last, it's always something always turns up for you, darling dears. You are the karma for them. They must live with what they lost in you. They will seek you here, there, and everywhere and take out all of that negative energy on anyone around them because they can't get you back. Base of the deck, darling dear. The sun card, you was the sun to their whatever, wickedness. 2 cards came into my hand, darling dears. But they ruined you. They tried to ruin you, tried to break you in every single way. And look at this. World card on the base of your deck and theirs. If you go back to that situation or even allow them to be your... They're not even allowed to be your friend, blood. They're not allowed to be your friend. They're not allowed to be anything. No comunicado. In an Eastern European voice. No talking. No talking. Major bombastic side eye. No, blood. Not even a friend do you want to be to them. They've got karma all over them. They want to what? Take your natural power grid, darling dear, to waste it again. Not even friendship can you offer them. Nothing. You offer them love and light from a distance, quietly, as you continue to get to your bag, get to the Most High, plan whatever you want to plan with your life. I hope this is what the card's going to tell you. Yeah, because God told you to, right? God said, God said, divine feminine, time for you to boss up and pay attention to the assignment at hand. The energy of the 5 is what you've been gifted with, what? Constructive freedom. Some of you are about to what? Be traveling, darling dears. You are versatile. You are a natural born explorer. Explore everything. This is also higher education, darling dear. Divine wants you to continue to gather knowledge. Gather knowledge. What's that? Billy Goatee saying, yeah, I will survive. First I was afraid. I was petrified. Then you remember what they did to you, blood. Hey, hey. Cried your last tear. In the words of Bishop Paul Morton. God is telling you to seek and ye shall find. Right? But you can't just sit down and wait for things to happen. One is about making it happen, darling dear. Making an effort. You're being spiritually protected and blessed, darling dear, as no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Some of them wanted the death skull on you, darling dears. They wanted you to take yourself out. But you didn't. You was always protected and guided because you are a volunteer. You came with the light from the inside out, darling dears. The inside out. Yeah. Let's get away from these cards are difficult, blood. Difficult. They work on my nerves. Let's get another set and see what else is going on. Then I've got to go. Right? Because I've told you I'm suing everyone. Hey, my progeny. I was watching my progenies, right? Like they were newborn babes. You know when you got a newborn baby, you're checking to see if they're breathing, right? That was the rough night for me. I didn't sleep a wink, right? I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink, right? And everybody's at fault. And if that man did not press on me to take that carbon monoxide tester, But I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to think about getting everyone blood. Everyone's getting it. Everyone getting an email today, followed up by sanctions, right? Because you can put sanctions on them if you understand yourself, darling dears. If you understand common law, if you understand duty of care. Don't let no one take the P with you. Get your Black's Law dictionary. Understand your straw man. Right. Let's get another deck. I'm going to go with the soul card, yeah? All this feminine energy come out for you, darling dears. A natural born oracle. You are a mother earth. That means you're abundant. You are nurturing. Every action you perpetrated around them, darling dear, was genuine. You wanted the best. You wanted them to be uplifted. They saw you as a mark from the start. I just realized that I put this down in the reverse, darling dears. It speaks about betrayal and an attack. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth, Ruth. They can't help themselves, darling dears. They want to see you suffer and they are extremely spiteful at this moment in time. Base of the deck. Told you a relationship. He was in a relationship with his personal people. What else do we need to know? They are blame shifting and mean. They are soulless and they're goalless. No weapon formed against you, divine feminine. Why? Because of fear. What's that you feel? Everything can rise. Never you give up, divine feminine. There's always a way. And anytime you don't know where to turn next, you take the knee. You turn off the telly, you turn off the phone, you get quiet, sit with yourself, go and walk barefooted in the grass, hug a tree, get to a body of water. But an answer will come to you. You just have to get silent. Leave them where they are, darling. There's no room for doubt. No. Leave them where they are. Friendship, you better doubt that bitch. Doubt it. They want to offer you friendship. I'll run to take the knee and say, Father God, Mother Isis, why is this scourge trying to be revisited on me? Who's minding my... Listen, I'm the CEO of minding my own business. Matter of fact, I'm hiring. I can direct you to the website. They too can learn how to mind their own business. And he said, hide, Freudian slip. They're not a true friend, darling dear. And any friendship from anyone that took the piss, they didn't take the piss, they took a shit in your life. They ain't got no friendship to give because they don't like themselves. Because if they like themselves, they would appreciate it. Right? Your genuine actions that did not need to be explained. Friendship? Listen, it's gonna have me talking in my gingerbread man voice from Shrek. They're wearing a phone and they're a mass marauder. Yeah, friends with who? You don't need Chucky in your lifeblood. Don't invite the devil into your house. Don't think about them. But like I said, you are in purging phase and you're going to get some... Listen, because when you are with these or around these people, you practice cognitive dissonance, whether you know it or not. Certain things are going to come to mind, darling. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you mad. But you have to face that energy. Don't look away. Don't pat it down and say, well, it's over. Because there's many of them that will tell you to what? Oh, even if you try to confront them, oh, it happened in the past. Why are you talking about it now? Trying to shut you up and shut down your emotions. You talk about things. That's the way to get it out, darling dears. You've got to get the poison out. So when these memories come up, the best way, how I deal with it, I write that shit down. I told you I'm the post-it note queen. I write it down and then I burn it. I send that energy to the Most High and I lock and bind it with love and light. I release it with love and light. It has no power over me. I am Big Cat and Big Cat runs things. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or take the hop, skip and jump to my TikTok where I upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Divine Feminine, your genuine actions will always explain themselves. One day, darling dears. We can't wait until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat.